Hello, hi. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Liz and I'm so happy to have you here with me today. So I'm so excited to do this video. I know that this is a concept that other people do and have done, but I'm gonna tell you why I'm gonna do it. I get really frustrated when I've spent a whole month watching someone. They always say oh, I'll let you know how I feel about this in the future after I've tried it for a while. And then I feel like, I'm not on Twitter that much. I am some, but not enough to see if they're like, oh, I ended up really liking this product or something like that. So I really prefer a video update. What did you like from the last month? So today I'm going to go through everything that I tried in January that I had enough time to try and have a true opinion of. Because there are some things that I bought and have showed on the channel, but I haven't tried them or I've tried them once. And that's just not enough for me to be like, yes, I like it. No, I don't like it. Here's what kind of thing. So I'm going to go through this whole thing is stuffed with things I tried this month. We're going to go through it. I'm going to tell you in the most concise way possible if I liked a product, if I didn't like a product, how I feel about it now after trying it for a month or a couple weeks or whatever the case is. And we'll see. We'll just give you guys the full update. So this is in no particular order because I literally just have it stuffed in here. So I'm just going to grab stuff and that's what we'll talk about. So first up, oh, the Maybelline Instant Rewind, whatever, eraser multi-use concealer. I used this in my drugstore video because I'd never tried it before. I was so excited. Everyone loves this. I don't love this concealer, you guys. I just don't feel like I got the full coverage that a lot of people do. I felt that it looked chalky or something on me once I powdered it. It just didn't give me enough coverage either. So you can see I used a lot of it, but I just don't like how it looks on my under eyes. I just didn't like that there wasn't enough coverage for me. This is the Wet n Wild, what is it? Liquid Catsuit Mega Last Shimmer Liquid Eyeshadow. This is in the shade Cashmere Love. Yeah, so this is a pretty taupey color. I'll show you. Yeah, it has some nice chunks of glitter. It seems like it would be really pretty. This stuff is not good. It is not good. It flakes all over the face. It cracks across the eyes. I only used it twice because at the end of the day, even after just a few hours, it was just glitter all over my face. And it cracked off. It was terrible. It was terrible. This is not worth the money. No, not worth the $5 or whatever it is. So I tried the e.l.f. Camo Concealers. I love them. I love them so much. I think that's what I have under my under eyes today. I'm pretty sure. I don't know. I have it written down. Anyway, these are really great. They're very full coverage. I know a lot of people said that they were drying. For me, they're not, but I also am a fan of Shape Tape. I think that this is almost exactly the same as Shape Tape. So if you're into Shape Tape, you'll love this, and it's only $6 per tube. I have a lighter pinky one and a lighter yellow one, and I love them. I can't stop using these. The CoverGirl Micro Fine and Define Pencil. I love it. That's what I have on my eyebrows today with some ABH Dip Brow Gel. But I just really love this. It's hard enough so that you don't just, it's not that overly creamy texture that some eyebrow pencils can be. It's stiff enough so that you can make lines purposefully and it won't just go crazy because it's too creamy. It stays really, really well. My only complaint with this is that there's 3 colors. 3 colors. I would really love if they could do a more red toned one, probably some darker ones and probably some lighter ones, because 3 colors is just not enough. I know you don't need tons for eyebrow pencils, but we need a little bit more variety because if my hair lightens at all, this is not gonna work out. The Pixie Beauty Hydrating Milky Mist. This stuff's okay. It's not a setting spray that's gonna make your makeup last longer. I kind of like it if I put on a little bit of a more matte foundation. I'll mix it with my Morphe Continuous Mist Setting Spray. Otherwise, I don't use this a ton. It's not quite my vibe. I don't love a super dewy look. If you do, you'd probably be more into this. The Maybelline Master Chrome in Molten Golds. I tried this in my drugstore video as well, and this is absolutely stunning. Just absolutely stunning. It's so reflective, it's so soft, it wears so well. This one is super gold, but they do have some other shades so that you could get a variety, but this is 10 out of 10, love it. This one's a little dirty, but this is my Beauty Blender Bounce Foundation. I have the shade 2.5. I really, really like this. I have it on today also. It wears really nicely on my skin. It has a very skin-like finish. It's not overly dewy. It's almost not even too satin, but it's not matte at all. Like, it's not that dry, cakey look. No, it's very, very skin-like, and that's really why I love it. I think that it looks very natural while also giving really good coverage. It builds really nicely on the face too. Like, a lot of times I'll put a little extra here where I have some more redness, and it builds up really beautifully. It powders down beautifully. I'm really happy with this. It almost has a similar texture to the L'Oreal Infallible one that I love. The Jeffree Star Skin Frost in Siberian Gold. I got this from my Beautylish Lucky Bag, the Jeffree Star one. This is what color it is. It's more of like a dingy gold than my Master Chrome one. I would say I like my Master Chrome one more than this one. You can see it's like maybe a little more champagne-y, not that like bright gold color. I think I like the Master Chrome one more, just the texture of it I like more. This is almost too, like, you can see how it didn't come all the way off my skin. It's almost like too buttery or something. It doesn't have enough of a powder effect, so it's hard to get up with a brush, and it can be a little bit more difficult to apply because of that, just because it is almost like sticky once you get some of it up. But you can build it up to have a really nice reflection. You can kind of dim it down a little more to have more just like a subtle glow, but I'm otherwise happy with this. I'm glad I didn't buy just this. I'm glad I got it in the Lucky Bag. Overall, I'm still happy to have it. Kind of just have a lot of drugstore in here because I did that whole drugstore video. The CoverGirl Advanced Radiance Pressed Powder. I have the shade Creamy Natural. I love this. I use it under my eyes. It helps my eyes look very buttery and smooth. Instead of sometimes, you know, if you put on a little bit of too much translucent powder under your eyes, if you're like baking or something, it makes your under eyes look crinkly because they're dry. Sometimes it doesn't even matter what concealer you're using. It just makes everything a little bit crinkly. This, completely a game changer for that. I have not once had like crinkly looking under eyes since I started using this. Plus it adds just a little hint of extra coverage, which I literally was just complaining earlier about how I need that for my under eyes. So this has been a win for me. So the Maybelline Fit Me Loose Powder, I love this. I recommended it to my mom. She bought one too. This has been great. I love that it also has a little bit of extra coverage. I love the texture of it. I love that it's not drying to bake with. Everything about this has just been really, really good, and I'm glad I have it. It's kind of just a really good alternative for some of those higher end ones that, you know, you just don't always want to spend $30 on a powder. And especially something like a loose powder, if you bake, you go through a lot of it. This is great for baking, for honestly whatever. It's brightening. It's really, really nice. They do have more colors. Like Maybelline has a lot more shades of this, so that's a plus as well. This Honest Beauty blush, I love it. I think I've talked about it a couple other times since I tried it in my drugstore video. I've worn it so many times since then. It's just this beautiful, this is the shade Rose Pink. It's a beautiful like neutral pink color. It goes on absolutely beautifully. Over powder, under powder, whatever you're feeling, this has worked fantastically. I'm so glad I have this. It doesn't fade throughout the day like a lot of blush does. The pigment really stays, especially if you apply it over powder, which is so counterintuitive. Like you wouldn't think to put a cream product over a powder product, but this, it just works. Okay, these Trendmood X Sigma brushes that I got in the Trendmood box, I have mixed feelings about them. I really like this little pointed pencil brush. I really like it. I used it under my eye today, and I'll use it sometimes here on the outside to get a little definition in the outer V. I've only used this one a couple times, but I do like it because it's like a fluffy but like flat blending brush, so it's really good just to get color right into the crease. I think it's this one that I just really don't like. I think it's like too floppy. It's like not stiff enough. So when I'm blending, it like moves too much. See? So you don't get like a good stiff blend with it. It moves too much and gets the bristles just stick, and then the product doesn't move. So this one is not my favorite, but I like these ones. So Artist Couture has this shade of lip gloss called Uncensored. This is a very, very popular shade. I have it on my lips right now with a little bit of lip liner. People have raved and raved and raved about this. So this month, Sephora had a little pack of this in a mini Diamond Lights finisher, I think in the shade Diamond Bronze. And I already love the Diamond Lights finishers, and it came with this. So I was like, better get it, need to try it. I love this. It is a little bit sticky, but it's so like thick, it makes your lips feel very plush. It also gives a really nice hint of color. So wearing it with a lip liner like this is just perfect. It's a little bit minty. I'm not sure if it's supposed to be like plumping, but the like scent and flavor to it is just a little bit minty. Overall, I really, really like this. It kind of makes me want to try some of their other lip glosses. I know they have some like sparkly ones and stuff like that. So this one was a win for sure. This Revlon Stay Matte Liquid Lip Color was in my drugstore video as well. It's a little thick, it's a little gloppy, and it's a little drying. So overall, it's not great. However, I do really, really like to use it because I love that this is like my skin tone basically. So putting it in the center of my lips and then with a lip liner and topping it with some gloss gives like a really pouty, like fake big lip look. So this, I still use it a lot. I would never like just put it all over the lip because I think my lips would fall off because it's pretty dry. I think it would like flake off, and this is so like thick and gloppy. It would not be comfortable all over the lips, but to put it in the center and kind of dot it out like I usually do, perfect. Oh, the Milani lip liner in the shade All Natural. This one, you know, I really wanted to like it. I don't not like it. Like, I'll use this whole little pencil. I've already made some pretty good progress on it, but it's just not my favorite. It's almost too creamy to the point where it's not long lasting anymore. And to me, that's the point of a lip liner. Like, you're on there to be long lasting, to help the color stay. Like, that is your job. And this one just doesn't do it. This one is like a few hours and then it's like, bye, faded, see ya. So I'll use it. It's just not the best one that I have. The ColourPop one's way better, and I think they're like the same price. This one might be a little cheaper. Okay, so the Farsali liquid powder. I got this in the Trendmood box as well. This is kind of what it looks like. I have mixed feelings about this too. I do not like to use it on its own. I did today, and you know, it just doesn't do enough as a primer to be used on its own. Like my Tatcha Silk Canvas, even this e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer that I'm going to talk about in a second, do a much better job at keeping the makeup in place throughout the day. And I get a much smoother application with those because they're pore filling. This isn't. This is just like literally liquid powder. It's a liquid, you spread it out on your face, and then it turns to powder and you can see it on your skin. You'll get little piles of powder that you kind of have to fluff out once it dries. You have to wait for this to dry too before you put your foundation over it, which if I'm in a hurry, I don't love, but otherwise it's fine. That's all well and good. I don't think it, for me, really does a whole lot of oil balancing. I don't know. I'm going to continue trying to use it in combination with one of my more pore filling primers, like putting this down first or putting that down first and then topping it with this, or you know, however to combine them so that I can still use this, because I kind of like the texture that it gives your skin. It makes your skin feel very soft, but if you don't make sure that you don't have a clump of powder, your foundation gets stuck. It also makes it so that you have to blend your foundation so fast because your foundation like sucks up the powder, and then you're like trying to blend it so fast. It's a little bit of a difficult product, but I'm gonna try to get through it because I have it. I also need to look up the ingredients for this because it smells a little pepperminty. So I don't know if there's like added fragrance, and I really hope there's not added peppermint fragrance because that's so bad for your skin. But otherwise, this product's like fine. Would I have paid $52 for it on its own? Absolutely not. Like, absolutely not. Oh, and then let's talk about the Poreless Pretty Primer then. Do I like this as much as my Tatcha? No. Will I use it when I'm just going to work anyway? Yes. I just use this and I miss my Tatcha. Yes, it's smoothing. Yes, it fills in my pores. Yes, my makeup still wears well with it. However, I think this makes my skin a little bit more oily than it does with the Tatcha, and I don't think it's quite as long wearing as the Tatcha. And I know there's not the skincare benefits as there is with Tatcha. So is this great so that I'm not spending $52 on a primer all the time? Well, not all the time. A thing of Tatcha will last me like 6 months. But is this a decent dupe for like $8 instead of $52? Yes. Do I like it as much? No. e.l.f. The New Classics palette that I also used in my drugstore video. I don't like it. I don't like it. This packaging is super cheap because mine's falling apart. And the shimmers are trash. Sorry about it. I've tried. It's just the shimmers are not good. I'll use some of the mattes because these mattes are fine. They're powdery mattes. They're fine. These shimmers are just garbage. I've tried, okay? They're just not very, very good. Like, they look powdery just in a swatch. Usually shimmers swatch so incredibly, and these still look powdery and don't even come up like, this just isn't good. This wasn't worth the like $14 that I spent on it. Could have been halfway to a good palette with this. Okay, good palettes that I tried though. The Latte 2 palette from Dominique Cosmetics that I got in my Trendmood box. This is beautiful. I need to keep using it more, but I've used all of these like neutral ones. I've used this yellow quite a few times. It's gorgeous. And I've used all the shimmers. It's just these two I haven't really gotten into as much, but I need to do a look with this one because it's just stunning. But, you know, these shimmers are out of this world. Like, in comparison to those ridiculous e.l.f. ones, like, stunning, absolutely stunning. This one honestly is my favorite one. It's gorgeous. This has some chunky glitter in it, which is pretty, but this one on the eye, oh my gosh, it's beautiful. I'm really glad I ended up getting this. It was my first try from Dominique Cosmetics, and it definitely makes me want to go back for more. So this was a hit for sure. And my Blood Sugar palette that I got from my Jeffree Star Cosmetics Beautylish Lucky Bag. I really, really have been enjoying this palette. Can I use it every day? Not really. I mean, like these ones, sure. In general, no. Have I still been enjoying it? Yes. I've done some really cute looks with some of these red tones, like making little winged liners and stuff, and I'm excited for it to get warmer so that I feel more inspired to play with colors so that I can do something with this really bright pink because it's just gorgeous. But this is a great palette. It does stain my eyes a little bit though, which I expected. These are pressed pigments, so that's just a risk you take and a thing that will probably happen to you if you have a lighter skin tone, but otherwise, love it. My Blendifuls, I need to wash them This one I keep in my purse, and I do little touch-ups around my nose with my Fenty Beauty Invisimatte pressed powder. And it's been, I mean, it works great. It's picked up a bunch of oil, which is why I need to wash this one now, which I'm gonna do after this video. But, and then my big one, I use it every single day for powder. I have used it for like foundation and other stuff since my video that I did with them, but my absolute favorite way to use it is with powder. You can just press it into the skin. I found that I haven't been baking as much just because this kind of does that without actually having to bake, just because you can press the powder like into your skin so beautifully that, you know, you almost don't need to bake. It gives you that smooth effect right away. I still bake if I'm needing my makeup to stay on for a very, very long time. Otherwise, on the day-to-day, I can just press powder right into my skin. I'm very glad I tried these. I know a lot of people like were having issues with it ripping and stuff. I have like no issues with my seams. I've washed it several times. I need to wash it again today, but I've had no problems. I, you know, flip this around all the time so that I have different space, and I've had no issues with it. I'm very happy with them. Okay, and the last two are little skincare things. So these I both got out of the Trendmood box. Let's talk about this Ren Clean Skincare Jelly Cleanser. I don't like it. I hate it, actually. I hate it. It doesn't work as a cleanser. I'm just going to be completely honest. I said in my unboxing of the Trendmood video, I said that I was afraid that because it turns into an oil, that it was going to leave a film on the skin. And what does it do? It leaves a film, like thick film on the skin after you rinse it. It just is horrible. So I've actually been using this as my pre-cleanse. I'll put a little in my hand and I'll warm it up until it turns into the oil. And I do that first, and then I go in with my Youth to the People Superfood Cleanser. And that's how I actually cleanse my face, because that gets rid of the film. But this isn't a real cleanser. You guys I don't like it. I wouldn't recommend it. I would be upset if I went and spent like the 20-something dollars that this actually is. I'm glad I got it in the Trendmood box to try. And finally, the Skin Fix Barrier Lipid Boost 360 Eye Treatment. I use this at night. Every day, I think, since I got the Trendmood box. So it's been a couple weeks. I really, really like this. I really like it. I'm very glad I got this. I am not a person that needs a super hydrating eye cream. I'm more into the like depuffing, anti-fine line, like that kind of thing. And this does that. If you need a more hydrating one, you might not love this because it is not thick. It's very thin. It just spreads very easily. It doesn't feel hydrating. It's not any of that. But if you are more like me and don't need the hydration, this is a great product. This has been really, really good. I use it every night with a product that I realized I forgot to bring up here, so I'll put a little picture over here for you. But I got the Nurse Jamie face like roller massager thing. So I use this every night and then I roll, and that has helped a lot. Like my under eyes are still puffy because it just is what it is. But that has helped a ton. I'll roll all over my face, and particularly under my under eyes, for about 90 seconds every night, and that has helped quite a bit. I really like that face roller as well. I got it like half off at Ulta, so, you know, keep your eye out if you've been wanting something like that. But yeah, okay, I think that's everything that I tried in the month of January. I don't think I tried anything else. I think I got it all. Yeah, I think that's everything that I tried. If you guys have any questions about any of these products, if I didn't cover anything, like, please let me know, and I'll give you, of course, my honest opinion on it. I really feel like I got a lot of wins this month, which I am very grateful for. There's only a few things that I was like, this sucks, but that's just bound to happen when you try new things. It just is. But I definitely got a lot of wins, and I'm super excited about it. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. Please subscribe if you want to come hang out again. I've been trying to, you know, post very frequently. I get like a day behind every once in a while, but I'm still trying to figure out what works for me as far as filming and editing and posting and everything. So I try to upload pretty consistently. Thank you guys again for watching. I'm gonna go make dinner. I just got home from work and did this, so I'm gonna go make dinner now. I hope you guys have a great night, have a great day, have a great whatever you're doing, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!